Hey Scorpies, how you all doing? Welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Adrian, and for those of you coming back, welcome back to my channel, AHN Great Life, which is all about you living your best experience of life. Okay, so let's go and have a look. This week's reading is all about love. General reading, sun, moon, rising, and ascending for Scorpio for love. It is of course a general reading, so what resonates you take, and what doesn't resonate, you just release with peace and love, and you let it go. Okay. You're more than welcome to subscribe to my channel if you like. I've got a weekly reading coming out for you. There we go. Like how it feels. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. The links are down below. And if you want to have a personal detailed reading, it's currently on a special rate of $12 for a 30 minutes downloadable reading. The details are below. Like you're feeling kind of divided here. You might feel a little deceived by yourself. It's almost like, I feel that some of you feel that it's like you had a choice and you didn't choose what you knew instinctively you actually were meant to choose. So it's almost like some of you place yourself second for your person, maybe made some personal sacrifices they didn't even know about, and you're still lost. But remember, I also feel that some of you might be feeling scarred for sacrifices that you made, but the other person might not be aware of the fact that you made them. Okay? Now remember, communication is key to any relationship. So if you made some sacrifices, my beautiful souls, you need to let the person know that you made the sacrifices. Okay? Your person might be coming back. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Right. Oh, sorry. Overall energy of the reading. What is it? This card seems to be coming out for all the water signs. I already did Cancer, already did Pisces. And that card also showed up there. The Queen of Wands, the overall energy of the reading for you. You're realizing something there. Some of you messed up. It's almost like, I feel that you might not like the situation where you might probably be at the moment, for some of you for love, but also you are beginning to see how you contributed to the situation. Now, something that I like to explain to people is like, say you've got a situation between two people. Okay, so here's you and here's the other person. Then in the middle, there's the situation that you have. This situation is almost like another person, and both of you are contributing to the situation. It's the same when you, for example, in an abusive relationship. Okay, it's a give and take. You are all contributing to it, and it's only when one of you decide to pull away that it can change, but then it keeps on calling you back. So you are getting to see your contribution to the situation. Okay. So I feel that for many of you, you might have really felt that it was them, but you're kind of getting to see now that it was both of you, but you're taking ownership for your part in it, and the things are changing here for you. Okay. It's for some of you, you're sort of taking a choice which is not the sort of option that you would ordinarily go for. All right. So your current situation, you're here in the Two of Wands. You want to make things right. You want to make amends. You want to make up for your past mistakes. Excellent. Excellent. What happened? Nine of Pentacles. So the situation was beautiful, and then Five of Pentacles, and then it was not. And Queen of Swords. You may have split parts here. You may have split parts here. Okay. Going forward, the Magician, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. You're calling on that beautiful wisdom that you have to maybe get a rebalance of the situation. If you and your person had an outfall, even if you can't get together again, that at least you can be friends. I like that. Rebalancing. Beautiful rebalancing, yeah. Powerful rebalancing, yeah. So let's start with the current situation. Let's clarify this Two of Wands. First, going to take the Two of Wands, and then we're going to look at the Seven of Cups that is crossing this Two of Wands. Bottom one? Okay, sure. Okay, so in the recent past, remember we had the Queen of Swords. That's in the recent past. So in the current situation, we are currently clarifying the Two of Wands in your current situation. The clarifiers coming out there for you are the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the King of Swords. It's like in your emotion, you may have sort of misinterpreted some of the details. Okay, you're gaining some clarity. It's like there's some space, some awareness. This could be physical space or like emotional space, feeling distant, but there's some space that gives you some perspective about how you contributed to the situation, which is actually a powerful turning point. Okay. I know that sometimes we feel that, you know, it's all them. It's them. You wouldn't believe what they were doing. You wouldn't believe what they did to me. To me, of all people. Scorpio. I'm just kidding, okay? But and I feel for many of you, this is a very powerful life change. So even if this love doesn't work out, and this is why you want to be friends with this person despite everything, I feel a powerful personal breakthrough for you that will change your life for the better forever. There's a beautiful balance coming here between the divine male and the divine feminine. There's a beautiful balance coming here between the logic and the emotions. So this is almost like life is giving you a gift to yourself, and you needed to go through the karmic cycle because you needed to learn the lesson. Okay? It really wasn't easy though. It really, really, really wasn't easy. But remember, sometimes with difficult lessons you get beautiful results. But yo, this one was kind of intense. Okay, let's look at the Seven of Cups that is crossing you, your current situation. And you have got the Five of Swords, I love it, the Four of Cups, and the Sun. So for some of you, you may even feel that at the moment right now, you may even feel that it might be better for you to maybe be alone for a little while, you know? To not worry too much about love right now. That's how you may feel. You may realize that you may need this time alone. And you're going to clarify this overall energy, this Queen of Wands. What's falling out here? New start. Okay. What do we have for you, Scorpies? What do we have for you, my beautiful water babies? Wow. This situation is going to serve you really well. Let's give it up for the Scorpies. Seven of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Empress. You're really starting over, hey? You're really starting over. Balancing the divine male, the divine feminine. Doing that inner child healing, that inner work And for those of you that did split, I feel that for the next relationship that you're ready, you are tired of the same karmic pattern. So you are doing what you need to do to get out of the pattern, even if it means that you have to do it alone. The Empress is saying, fantastic. You are growing into strength. You are growing into beauty. Because here you've got the Nine of Pentacles in the recent past, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So you realize what you want and what you have. The two doesn't quite correlate. Okay? And some of you realize what needs to be done or what needed to be done in order to move forward. And this could mean giving somebody a second chance, or it could mean writing them off. Or putting them on pause for now, for a while you kind of, do the inner soul investigation that you need to do. So the Nine of Pentacles there, you've got the Death card, you've got the Hanged Man, and you've got the Eight of Cups. New beginnings. Stepping away from that karmic cycle. Yourself together with your soul created a situation where you to step away from that karmic cycle, to be on your own there for a while, so that you could reflect on things. What you need to step away from. What is no longer for you. What may have never been for you in the first place. With everything going on in the world at the moment as well, there is a lot of purging taking place, a lot of release taking place, a lot of letting go of things that might have been perfectly fine before, but have become sort of unacceptable now. And I want you to try to not be in the space where you might sort of start to embrace a bit of the dark, okay? Open yourself to the idea that you can't blame yourself for not operating in a certain way if you didn't know that way existed. There's a lot of truth that is coming to light. There's a lot of different ways of being that's coming to light. I've got cat hair on me. So some of you felt you realize your you can say shortfalls, but areas that could deal with some improvement. And I feel that some of you felt that this is the recent past still, that you've done the healing, that you've done that you needed to do, that you were done with these karmic cycles, and then a situation popped up again. And you were like, I thought I was done with you. Okay. Six of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you went back to something that you thought you went away from. You may have stepped away and said, this is not for me. And then you realize it may have been. Two of Wands there and the Nine of Pentacles. I feel some of you may have been with somebody else that didn't work out, and may actually go back to a previous person. And this other person, that was sort of like a karmic lesson, a karmic debt, a karmic clearance. And now that you're with this new person, it might actually work out really beautiful. What do we have here for the Queen of Swords? Oh my goodness, the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Swords. Wow. New chance here. So the Queen of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Swords. This is a coming together of two hearts. Four of Wands and the Page of Cups. You may have thought you're done with the situation, you may have thought you're done with a person. And somehow, by one situation ending with a new person or a person that you thought that you might be with kind of somehow got you back with the other person, which I feel is really where you actually sort of belong at the moment, and it's like you guys are giving things a second chance. You come in, I think you'll have to talk, okay? Are you about to have to talk? You're both ready to have the talk, the open heart-to-heart talk there with the double Queen of Swords. Okay, all cards on the table. Where are we at? What's happening? Where are we at? Let's talk about this, okay? No more fluffs. And I feel once that is cleared out, because I feel there's a lot of sort of perception that's in the situation. You perceive something, the other person perceives something else, and you may have both been wrong to a certain degree. You know, sometimes we think we know people really, really well, but also, interestingly enough, I had this conversation with somebody just yesterday. Now, I'm a Cancerian, and it's a friend of mine who is a Gemini, okay? And I love my Geminis, but Geminis always think they know best. I love them. I've got a very strong Gemini in my chart also. But I was saying to this person what I'm saying to you now is that sometimes it's better not to assume that you know what I mean, because often you're wrong. And the reason why that is because people change. And where we are at the moment especially, there is so much taking place at the moment. There's so much change taking place at the moment. And we're going forward here with the Magician, that people are just different. You see them today, you talk to them today, you chat to them tomorrow. It's like talking to a whole new different person. Okay? I don't know why I'm reminded of this, but I remember when I was younger growing up in the country that the older folk always used to say, nobody's ever too bad to change. Okay? I feel that some of you that went through this pain, Scorpio, you needed to get through this pain to be realigned to what it is that you actually really wanted all along. So some of you, it's like you tried something different. You tried something new. You tried maybe, some sort of relationship or something with someone new. Or you could have even tried the single thing away from this person for a while, and you realize that, you know, the two of us might be crazy, but this is our crazy. You know? This is our thing. Yeah. This is our thing. So you got the Three of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Tower. This is going forward. Building lives together, hunky-dory, but the star was here. Open communication is gonna be very important if you're gonna make things work. You're gonna have to communicate. You're gonna have to probably lay down some rules. You're gonna have to speak about your emotions. Don't keep things inside. Now, I know that it's a very typical sort of Scorpio trait sometimes, that that you don't always want to let out everything. You don't want to entirely let the cat out of the bag. Like, it can peep out of the bag, but you don't want the whole cat out of the bag. You know, one of the most popular Scorpio sayings in general is like, I've got a plan. It is a time for you to not just have a plan on your own, but to have a plan together. The Magician and the Tower laying right next to each other. In order for this magic to work, you have to put all your cards on the table. All of them. Always. Right away. Okay? You will be tempted to maybe just hold a little bit back. Don't do that. Okay? You will only prolong this process. This is going to happen either way. But you don't want a repeat of what you sort of just went through. And if you work together, I see a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful balance there of resources. That if there's any sort of maybe lack that is being experienced, materialistic lack. I feel that when you work together, that the two of you can really, really, really make it work. But it's a very, even though it might have been, even though this might be a continuation of something longer, it is also a delicate situation. Okay? Clarifying there with the Ten of Wands, the Magician again, and the Five of Pentacles is back. Don't hold any emotions back. Complete forgiveness, clean slate. The only way this is going to work is complete forgiveness, clean slate. And you may be struggling there a little bit together initially in the beginning. Okay? There may also be the tendency to play a bit of the blame game here. You've done this to me, you've done that to me, I've done this, I've done that. This is why it's so important for you to have this talk. So you can understand what is the table, what am I bringing to the table, what are you bringing to the table. It is so important for you to have that. Otherwise, there is this is one of those connections that can work out really well, or it can go back to how it was before and possibly even make you feel worse. Okay? Four of Pentacles. Let's see what we got here. Because I feel that you can beautifully work things out together. I feel that is possible. So possible. And in this talk that you have, you're going to have to own up how, how I hurt you and how you hurt me. That's how you get out of the situation. Three of Swords, the Moon, and the Two of Swords. That's how you get out of the situation. Honesty. And when I say honesty, I'm not referring to just lying, but when I'm saying honesty, I'm also talking about not holding anything back. Okay? All cards on the table. Because I feel that when you are honest, and you at the honesty of emotion, I feel that you might also realize that you yourself and your person are both stuck. You are both stuck. Okay? And you can get out of the situation together and build something beautiful and strong, but it's going to have to take a lot of honesty. Let's see what we have here. Surrendering to the journey, release control. Okay? Releasing control. So again, not holding anything back. In the same boat together, moving forward, facing what you need to face together. Okay? This is about what strengths you are individually and collectively bringing to the table together. This is a tricky period. This is a tricky period. Okay? And full disclosure is really what's going to get you through this tricky period. Okay? Let's see where the journey is going for you forward, Scorpios. So if you like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what's happening. Like, share, book a personal reading if you'd like to do so. $12 for 30 minutes reading. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. I'll see you next time.